For centuries, China stood as a beacon of civilization. Its emperors ruled over a vast and prosperous land. Chinese inventions like gunpowder and the compass amazed the world. Art and literature flourished. China was a proud and confident nation. However, by the 19th century, this glorious past was fading. Internal strife and corruption weakened the Qing dynasty. European powers, with their advanced technology and imperial ambitions, began to circle. China, once a mighty dragon, was becoming vulnerable. The Opium Wars marked the beginning of China's Century of Humiliation. The Opium Wars were not just about trade. They exposed the growing gap between China and the West. China, clinging to its traditional ways, had fallen behind in military technology and industrial development. Britain, at the height of its imperial power, was determined to open up Chinese markets. The British East India Company found a lucrative commodity in opium, which they smuggled into China from India. Opium addiction spread rapidly in China, causing social and economic problems. The Qing government, alarmed by these effects, attempted to ban the trade. This led to conflict with the British. The First Opium War ended in 1842 with the Treaty of Nanjing. China was forced to cede Hong Kong to Britain and open 5 ports to British trade. The Second Opium War, which ended in 1860, resulted in further concessions and the opening of more ports. The Opium Wars were only the beginning. Over the following decades, China was forced to sign more unequal treaties with Western powers, including France, Russia, Germany, and the United States. These treaties further eroded China's sovereignty and fueled resentment among the Chinese people. The treaties granted foreigners control over tariffs, allowed foreign warships to patrol Chinese rivers, and established foreign concessions in major cities. The loss of control over its own affairs was a bitter pill for China to swallow. The Qing government, already weakened by internal problems, seemed powerless to resist the foreign powers. The seeds of nationalism and anti-imperialism were sown. By the late 19th century, resentment against foreign influence had reached a boiling point. The Boxer Rebellion, which erupted in 1899, was a desperate attempt to expel foreigners from China. The Boxers, a secret society, believed in their spiritual invulnerability to foreign weapons. They attacked foreign missionaries, diplomats, and Chinese Christians, whom they saw as collaborators. The Qing government, initially hesitant, eventually threw its support behind the Boxers. However, the rebellion was brutally crushed by an 8-nation alliance of foreign powers. The Boxer Protocol of 1901 imposed further humiliations on China, including a heavy indemnity and the stationing of foreign troops on Chinese soil. The rebellion highlighted the depths of China's weakness and fueled the desire for change. Section 5. The Fall of the Qing Dynasty. A nation in turmoil. The Boxer Rebellion marked the beginning of the end for the Qing dynasty. The once mighty empire was now in terminal decline, plagued by internal rebellions, economic woes, and foreign pressure. In 1911, the Xinhai Revolution, led by Sun Yat-sen, toppled the Qing dynasty. The revolution aimed to establish a republic and modernize China. However, it ushered in a period of political fragmentation and warlordism. China was in chaos. The central government was weak, and rival warlords battled for control. The dream of national unity and strength seemed elusive. Section 6. The Japanese invasion, adding insult to injury. As if China's internal problems were not enough, the country faced a new threat in the 20th century: Japanese imperialism. Japan, itself a rising power, had territorial ambitions in China. In 1931, Japan invaded Manchuria, a resource-rich region in northeastern China. The incident marked the beginning of Japan's all-out invasion of China in 1937. The Second Sino-Japanese War was a brutal conflict that lasted for 8 long years. Japanese troops committed atrocities against Chinese civilians, including the infamous Nanjing Massacre. China, already weakened by internal divisions, fought bravely against the Japanese invaders. The war inflicted immense suffering on the Chinese people and further deepened their sense of humiliation. Section 7. The Rise of the Communist Party, A New Hope. Amidst the chaos and despair of the war, a new force emerged, the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP. The CCP, led by Mao Zedong, promised to liberate China from foreign imperialism and feudalism. The CCP gained popularity among the peasantry by promising land reform and social justice. They fought alongside the nationalist government against the Japanese, but tensions between the two sides remained. After Japan's defeat in 1945, civil war erupted between the CCP and the nationalists. The CCP, with its strong organization and popular support, emerged victorious in 1949. Section 8. The People's Republic of China, a new era begins. On October 1, 1949, Mao Zedong proclaimed the founding of the People's Republic of China, or PRC. This momentous event marked the end of the Century of Humiliation and the beginning of a new era for China. The PRC, under the leadership of the CCP, embarked on an ambitious program of national reconstruction. Land reform was implemented, industry was nationalized, and a socialist system was established. China, once a fragmented and humiliated nation, was now unified and determined to regain its rightful place in the world. The Century of Humiliation had left deep scars, but it had also fueled a burning desire for national rejuvenation. Section 9. China's Resurgence. From Humiliation to Global Power. In the decades that followed, China faced many challenges, including political upheavals and economic setbacks. However, the country has made remarkable progress in recent decades. Since the late 1970s, China has undergone an economic transformation under its policy of reform and opening up. It has become the world's second-largest economy and a major player in global trade. China's military strength has also grown significantly. It is now a major military power with modernizing armed forces and a growing global presence. China's journey from humiliation to global power is a testament to the resilience and determination of its people. The Century of Humiliation serves as a reminder of the importance of national unity, strength, and self-reliance.